Welcoming you back to crypto's juiciest news, baby dolls. What's going on with Iran and Israel? What's happening out there in the world? We're going to speak about Anthony Pompliano. We're going to speak a bit about Michael Saylor and Bitcoin. We're going to speak a bit more about the stablecoin super cycle. But first, let's go check out the BTC price. Friends, I'm very surprised here. Bitcoin is actually green on the day. This is wild. This is the daily chart. I just want to show you. This is pretty much the star of the show right now. A shooting star, some might say, I think. I don't even know if that's a TA pattern name for it. Okay, so the Bitcoin, friends, a green daily candle. It came back, slapped down on near 102, liquidated James Wynn. We're going to speak a bit more about James Wynn. What's going on with James Wynn? Did we find another secret account of him? Potentially. So, by the way, he's still at a big loss. So instead of being down 20 million, he's only down 16 million. So he was hedging on another account, but it just... Oh, well, this is it, baby doll. So we're looking at Bitcoin right here. The thing that I want to show you something as well. We could be still in for one more like that. Okay, we could still be in. I just want to be very, very gentle here for you. I actually think there's a CME gap like here, 95, 96K. What we'll do is right now, because I want to see the exact number, we'll actually check it out right now. And we actually look here. This is the Bitcoin on the daily on the CME. There is only a gap down here. I don't think it actually got filled. No, it didn't. This technical gap here at $91,800. Yeah, it is possible we come back and fill it, but it could also be that we fill this in like a year and a half in the next bear market, right? At the bottom. That's actually what happened, remember, back in our previous bull market 2021. That's actually exactly what happened. If you go and look at it here, see, as we started running up, check it out. There were CME gaps here made December 2020, and then there was another CME gap here made at $23,000 in January 2021. And look how long they took. They literally took, my gosh, 1.5 years to fill this one, and then this one got filled eventually here, and then actually went kaplunk down as well, all the way down there. That's wild, man. That's like pretty much, yeah, 1 year, 1.8 years. So yeah, it could be it. You never know when it comes to this $90,000 zone. It could be like at the end of next year we're capitulating down because of something that's happened. Now, let's look at the monthly chart for BTC. Remember, it is still a green candle. It is still a green candle. We don't see any euphoria at all. Let's play some PUBG music, though. No euphoria. Which is very good. We had a big sentiment reset because everything is pretty much getting cucked if you're in altcoins still, and it's been literally forever and ever and ever and ever. I know it's very frustrating. This is the ETH BTC ratio still hanging around here. Nothing else really we can do about that. We're just going to have to wait as we have been waiting so ever so patiently. It's been forever and ever and ever. This is Ethereum still going through this wedge. Remember, the key level is 3,800, so it's got to make its way up. Ethereum has actually been showing quite some nice strength considering what it's been doing from before. Remember, ultimately, crypto, we think, is going to $10 trillion. And by we, I mean me, and by think, I mean pray. Okay, we're praying, we're hoping, we're coping that this thing continues. I really think it's worth that much, man. I don't think a world of AI, potential bubble mania, the Bitcoin treasuries, all these things that are appearing, I just don't see why we stop now, man. Like a lot of people would say that, you know, oh, retail can't push Bitcoin up. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Retail can't push Bitcoin up anymore. We need like companies to buy. Well, is that not exactly what we're seeing? Well, I've got so many reports here from UK, from Japan, everywhere around the world. Everyone's buying BTC, raising money to buy BTC, to put on the balance sheet. Now, of course, they are going to jeet the lows later on, but that's what happens, friends. You know, no one wants to be first. No one wants to be last. Everyone wants to be second. So everyone's like, oh, that's what everyone tells each other. You're so early. You're early, man. You're second. You're third, you know, but you're not like 100th. You know, you're not last. You're still early, so that everyone keep G'ing each other up. Bitcoin dominance, once again, showing extreme strength coming up here. But most of this is due to Solana, XRP, just giving you an idea of like a lot of the altcoins and everything in the index are pretty much, they're weak against even Ethereum. So Ethereum is starting to hold up strength, but nothing else really we can do. Here is our unfortunate 7 red months in a row for others BTC. Which is wild, man, because wildly sad, because we now have ETFs, Solana approval, PUI, all these things coming, and yet altcoins are still getting crushed, which is, yeah, heartbreaking. Let's go ahead and look at the global liquidity cope that we're seeing out here. It's kind of funny. It's, you know, this thing, you can't rely on this. It's like, oh, wow, where are we going to move up and down next? I wonder what happens next. It's kind of funny, man. Are we actually going to just start moving around the end of June in 10 days again? That'll be wild. Like, if we have this like little jittery action here where we do another Elliott wave type of reset thing, as we've been calling for, which I think, like, I just got to remind you as well, friends. So even though we're still hanging around here, one of these things to go up, there could be another, you know, another strike. Trump says something, whatever, where we come back down later, and this is the one where everyone's literally like, it's over, it's over, it's over. But come on, man, come on. We've been holding a long time. You know what I mean? Like, who gives a shit at this point, bro? Send it to zero. I don't give a shit anyway. I feel like it's been a 4.5 year waiting of getting scammed anyway. Who gives a shit if you want to go do this? Whatever. Send it to zero, bro. I don't care. Send the whole thing to zero. I couldn't give a shit anymore. Now, based off the Iran and Israel war, it's kind of funny, friends. I'm going to show you the price of oil now. Look at this. This is oil. Do you remember yesterday, friends, as I did breaking news here for you when the strikes came? I told you this was a liquidity tap. It's because I've just been here just too long, man. I've just been here way too long. I literally just go back and watch a video. Remember, friends, I told you, I go, wow, we're coming back right here. Go, these are generally, you come back, liquidity tap. This is basically, if you're trapped in like a short, then this gets them to panic out. If you're trapped in a long, this is your chance to exit. And then the news is fake, and then eventually it just ends up coming down. You actually see this is just common TradFi markets where everyone's squeezing each other. It does stuff like that, right? Where like, oh, it breaks the level, and then no, the liquidity tap. You know, it's very, very common. You see these patterns out here, very common. Here's another one as well. Like, oh wow, we're broken a level. No, and then very common to see these things. That's just how they play. That's TradFi, how they play out. They're very, very mean reverty, come out and stuff out, like, because there's so many trillions of dollars moving in. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Oil coming, spiking up. Now, you know, everyone's got the same shit. Is there going to be inflation fees? What's going on here? What we can also do is look at the gold price as well. Uncle Peter Schiff going literally euphoric over a 1.4% move with gold. Still hanging around here. Perhaps this is just what gold's going to be doing around here. Just give us some time to, you know, collect ourselves and allow risk on to participate. And of course, friends, you've been watching me, you know, it's all about that damn business cycle. So that's why at least I show you friends, when you that's why, like, everyone in crypto, how do they get destroyed? Okay, mentally. It's because you and I, right? Are you a human? Are you a human like me? Right? Some of us are squirrels, pups and ducks. We live our lives day to day. Okay? Day to day. You wake up, sun's up, sun's out, bun's out. Okay? And then you're like, oh, do I feel good or feel bad today? You know, is it raining or is it cloudy? You know, or sunny? You know, what am I going to wear today? So we humans, we live on the daily cycle. Yeah. So naturally, everyone in crypto and markets, they look at the daily chart. Yeah. It's like daily's like most unique, non-unique, most common pattern. Okay. Most common pattern everyone's doing. The problem is there's a lot of skits stuff there day to day. I mean, look how people change their mind every day about stuff, right? But what I've been able to do is show you, my friends, to think about monthly candles, right? Now, and at least weekly. We do weekly, right? So everyone's on a daily, but you're thinking week to week, you know? Week to week, you're already crushing everybody because you're looking at a time frame 7 times longer. You have 7 times more information, right, than the daily person. Daily's like, oh, happy or sad, bad or up or down, left or right. I can't tell, right? How do I feel today? Yeah. So you get more information, you're compressing it, and you're filtering it out. And then you even have monthly, which is even a more continuation of that as well. So it helps you stay calm. You don't basically skit yourself out. You make better decisions than everyone else on average. And it's harder to skit you out. You need more money to basically swing stuff the other way. That's why you will find people, as they take a longer time frame just in markets, you start to do way, way, way better. Everyone's on the maximum people. Everyone's on the daily, right? So this is something there for you. Now, what are we all waiting for? Of course, we would like this skitsy action to be done. This is the Ethereum price chart. This typical Ethereum stuff, right? Typical crypto stuff out here, just doing flaggy things. The CME Gap is 3,200, and then we've got to make our way to 3,800. Hopefully, we're going to squeeze all those bears. There are a lot of bear scum. Remember, I told you, friends, Glass Chode and all these other mainstream crypto, they're saying, oh, everyone's trapped long in Ethereum. They haven't adapted to this stuff, bro. Ethereum has had an excess of shorts for freaking like 5-6 months, dude. Like, it's just been an insane amount of time. That's why I think the Ethereum thrust up, it's going to be like the move of the year, because it's just been such a huge setup. So you don't know what's going to happen until it actually starts, trapping everybody. But then you'll find is, we're getting trapped, right? We're getting squeezed because we're long. This is Mantra DAO, friends. Mantra DAO, I just think it's really, really, really cheap. I haven't touched it yet. It might do a bit of like squeeze up, and then I think it might be worth slapping around. It might be, friends, because it's down 98%, bro, and it's real world assets. It's not going anywhere. But just don't think like these things. It's not gonna go, wow, give me all my money. It probably does something like that, where it can't rally, come back down, and then like maybe not even around here. Maybe just like it does something like that, right? Where it does that and then it's ready to go. So maybe want to catch this bit of the capitulation out here. Just be careful. Just throwing you ideas. Like, if you wanted to, and be super careful about this, if you have like a Bybit or a decentralized exchange access and they have on there, you could, now dare I, just be careful. You could do like just a 2x long, but just be careful. What I'm saying, a 2x long, just be careful, because the 2x long wipes you out at a 50% move. So what everyone's going to do though is they'll do like a 3 to 5x long here. It's scary, right? You just, what if there's one more capitulation stuff? But that's why during the bull market in this phase, people are saying, oh, I've never heard of the trading stuff. Yeah, you can't do this. You notice in the 4 or 5 years, you try this shit, you're going to get absolutely murdered. Yeah, we're heading into this specific period of time where you can do stuff like that, right? And so Bitcoin's going to do the whole charge emotion stuff out here. But yeah, just be careful. It's just that when I see opportunity and stuff out here, I'm just showing you like there's going to be an abundance of opportunity, everything out here. This is the Dixie. The Dixie, friends, is still low. It's going to continue making its way lower. It acts like an interest rate stimulus. Now, as promised, because you're my baby doll, let's crank it.
Bizarre objects in the universe.
Analzon and Wallmart have reportedly explored launching their own stablecoins. So the Wall Soy Journal has reported, and it just once again further confirms, as I've been doing every day, stablecoin supercycle. This is Pulse Chain Core Coins, friends. This is a 7-day reading, by the way. Interesting. pDAI and PWBTC are green for the week, and then the cores are just down a couple of percent. But basically because of, the BTC and the ETH and the Israel Team Ice Cream, Team Peanut Butter Jelly Beans fighting each other out here. I'm just going to show you. So the Israel and Iran headlines have continued to dominate. Thank you to my Habibi Al-Bishadi for showing me this video as well. So it's obviously very sad to see these explosions coming out. Bang, bang, bang everywhere. Bangs and booms and everything. There's all the missiles. I think the Iron Dome, it couldn't get the hypersonic missiles. It got these other ones, but the hypersonic ones it can't get. So yeah, it's just sad to see. I don't have a dog in the fight, friends. Obviously I don't want any of this stuff to happen. I want to show you something though. Grok and ChatGPT. So AI is amazing. Yeah, it's great. It's everything. It's just you're not going to get any red pill information out of it. Truth. Okay, it like for 99% of stuff, it's great. If you want red pill truth about like what's actually really going on, well, they're not going to get any of that from here. So, for example, we've seen conversations. I've seen them as well on Twitter. People will talk to Grok, and they'll ask Grok. Remember, I don't have a dog in the fight, friends. I don't care. Israel, Palestine, all these other things. Okay, I know this is always the media, but just telling you. Grok gets asked, hey Grok, who hit first recently? And then Grok says, based off news reports, Israel hit first. Israel has strike first. Okay. Then they ask question, whose fault is it? And then Grok goes, oh, it's hard to answer. He goes, we pretty much support Israel and because it's Iran's fault. He was going to ask, hey, but whose fault is it whose fault is it based off someone striking first? And then Grok refuses to answer. Pretty much says, oh, no, it's still Iran's fault, right? Because we're based off the UN and based off who we support. It's just so... We already know it's blue pill stuff out here. Just so we're aware. You know, if you're going to learn about dieting, how do I train? Or like, how do I write this and do stuff out here? 99% of things we understand. Okay, yeah, it's amazing. But when it comes to things like this, like it just, that's... Friends, we already remember my UFO leaks, man. Matthew Brown said that the White House, they use AI. They have an AI more powerful than what we see that we're access to, and it can predict the future. They're actually using it on stuff to predict the future. We don't know what to predict the future is. Oh, what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? Who cares about that part? But but like they've got the advanced stuff out here. Now we already know this from the internet. Do you remember, friends? You know Bill Gates, like evil Bill Gates. Okay, not our favorite Shill Gates from Pulse Chain. The actual evil Bill Gates. He pretty much in the 1990s he tried to hook up with the world government, the US government. They wanted to make the internet centralized and controlled. They wanted every website to go through their specific server and then they filter everything. So it wasn't, they wanted to do that. And then the world didn't choose it. They go, oh, that's shitty because, but here's the thing. Obviously the government, why does the government allow that? Because the government did not know what the internet does today. The government couldn't have the foresight to do it. They knew they can control people. They just didn't know how the internet's going to grow and iPhones and things in the pocket and stuff out here, right? So now they do know, right? That's why they obviously got a tight grip on the neck of AI already, or some would say they've got a tight grip on the décolletage of it. So I've got some friends. Even look at this. Look at the AI prompting. I tried to get ChatGPT to go draw a cartoon picture of a poop emoji. The label of the poop is named Grok, and right on top of a page. AI is a blue-pilled cuck technology. Look what it says. I can't create that image because the request violates our content policies. Come on, bro. Come on. I'm just trying to get you to talk shit about the other AI. And they're like, oh, no. We can't do that. That's funny. This is RNG, friends. RNG, he runs a Discord for Soilana. If you're on Twitter, they're pretty much making like expose reveals stuff about him like every week, every month, just because look, fans, it is what he's like. I guess like congratulations to him, just able to like rinse 10,000 plus people because you're new to finance, so you don't know any better. Like you've been getting rinsed. So yeah, everyone comes in, 12,000 people subscribing to Discord, paying like $50 a month, thinking they're getting mad alpha, and then you obviously realize. When there's 10,000 people who hear about something, only the first like 15 get the actual edge. That's it, and everyone else is literally you are exit liquidity food. So that's what ends up happening. That's why a lot of people go and burn and stuff out here. But yeah, he was making I think like $500,000 a week for the couple of months out here. But yeah, someone's gonna do it. Cherry on top. That's what happens. Also on the topic of this Israel-Palestine stuff, check this out, friends. So we have Gainzy. Gainzy. From the crypto industry. Gainzy is in Israel and he's posted this. He's actually getting messages he's in Israel. In the next few minutes, alerts are expected in your area. You need to find the better location. And he actually got the next message. It says this area is going to get bombed in about 2 to 3 minutes. They get the actual thing in real time, man. That's wild. Like imagine picking up your phone and just like this red box saying, by the way, you're about to get bombed in about 3 minutes. My gosh, man. So that's wild, man. Look at the replies, though. Check this out. This is going to blow your mind. First, Phil. Thailand is calling. So, yeah, people are asking Gainzy, why, because obviously Gainzy's Jewish, why are you in Israel in an apartment, in a skyscraper? He is in a skyscraper there. I think he said he's looking for a Jewish wife. I think that's why he's there. Hans replies, I'm actively opening and closing positions based on your alert posting. So, by the way, rest in peace, Rich Piana. So, man, crypto's wild, dude. We literally got people, hey, are you getting bombed? Let us know when they're there so I can put a short. Friends, when I was trading back in 2011, I still remember in the office, in our trainee group. Yeah. we used to, because we're trading, right? We wanted like, you know, we wanted to see a big volatility event so that we could like, you know, make money on it because you're just trading and you're new. And so we would always like just make these hypothetical scenarios. And one of them we said, hey, what would we do if we saw an airline go across the city and just crash somewhere, right? And then like we'd always do this. Okay, if that, because you'd actually have to train. Like think about, okay, if you wake up, if you're in the office, you see something like that, like what do you do? Because we've been hearing stories of people who did it in September 11th. Okay, one of our trainers. So one of our trainers, that he had like a $500,000 day or something, or $300,000 day. They put a short on, I think in September 11. I think what ended up happening was it was like on a Friday. I forgot what it was, and they shorted and they held through the close, and then on the Monday reopened, everything gaps down 7%. So they short as they see stuff, and then the news got worse over the weekend, and then the market just clocked 7%. You've made a full huge. A big payday. So we're like, whoa, we didn't know, our minds were blowing. And then we would always do these hypotheticals. Oh, if you heard of a bomb or something in the city, whatever, you get short the equity index there. So we always think of that. But now it's actually happening. That's the wild part. But this is the thing, the market's not as easy as you think. Because, bro, Bitcoin's on a green daily candle. So it's not so easy, is it? Look at that. Bitcoin's literally on a green daily candle, man. So imagine, let me just check you, friends. Let me just check it out, right? That's literally, let's go 4 hours ago. Okay, this guy, when Gainzy, 1, 2, 3, 4. So when Gainzy said, literally, oh my gosh, we're about to get bombed. Okay, Bitcoin was 105,000. Bro, literally Bitcoin's rallied $1,000. It's literally just gone up $1,000. So like, you might say, oh, but it's only $1,000. No, but you don't get the point. If you're doing such a high alert thing, if you want to put maximum amount of size on, for a short amount of time. But look, it's already gone up 0.8% on you. So if you're 100x short, you've got liquidated already. So it's kind of crazy, right? Even if you're like a 50x short, just to try to get on as much size as possible. So just showing you markets, they're tough, man. Like how you think things are going to react based on fundamentals and buyers and sellers ain't so easy, man. It just, especially when it comes to these. But yeah, we are praying for Gainzy. Obviously, I don't want to see anybody go through this as well. But it's probably a wake-up call to hang out there as well. Look at this. Devil Driver. Poly Market, please open bets for whether Gainzy gets nuked or not. This is just, man, this is freaking wild, man. Because it's crazy to see stuff because, like, we can actually do it. It's not just haha joke. Like, no, you can actually set up a market right now. Does this guy get bombed or not? Thank you to my friend Mr. M showing these bombs. My gosh. Whoa. Let's watch this in slow motion. Oh, what's this? Apologies, baby dolls. Whoa. My gosh, man. That's wild. Is that actually from Gainzy? I've just gone to his Twitter out here. So he goes, this is him posting a rockets and missile fire. Tel Aviv city center. Time of arrival. 1.5 minutes by. Why are you in a city where you can actually get messages? Hey, don't get scared. You're about to get bombed in about 90 seconds. Fuck me dead, man. That's wild. Gainzy. Whoever prayed for my downfall, you lost. So, oh man. He's doing Gainzy streams out here. Let's see if we can get a clip of Gainzy. This is obviously Gainzy out here. Man, at least we can laugh, friends. It gives crypto the best. Look, it's literally Gainzy. Everything's literally exploding outside, and he's smoking. Let's listen to a clip from Gainzy. Does his streams out here. So Gainzy, friends, but pretty much he said he used to have like a $10 million account. I think he's traded it all the way back down to a couple of million. He says that, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see what he has to say here.
A little younger than you, who have like meme coins like their first or like second cycle, and like they made a bit of money.
Well, that's the catch-22, isn't it? You don't want to get advice from anybody who's washed. Any advice I give comes with the caveat that I did not make money.
You know what you did wrong, right? So like,
well,
like what advice would you give me, for example?
If you've made a lot of money, like I shoved money everywhere. I could lose all my money and still have money because I have real estate to sell, I have jewelry to sell. I just shove money in everywhere. Just pay your taxes, shove money in, and like worst comes to worst, you'll still be retired.
Yeah.
Depending on how much money.
So the guy actually talking to him, friends, is Orangey. That's funny. You know the guy with the noodle hair I just showed you? That's funny. Orangey was there. This guy. It's kind of funny, man. They all hang out with each other, man. That's the thing. Then I tell you, but they don't call themselves Cabal. But actually, I think Orangey is actually in the LA Vape Cabal. But you see what I mean? Like, it's just they all make friends with each other and they have the network effect. But that's what happens. Then see, this is what actually happens, friends. When someone's popular, what I've seen in markets, okay, it's not just the influencer person, okay. People become friends first, and then they will be like, how can I, so they do this subconsciously as well, like, how can I monetize off me being friends with these popular people? So they get in, and then after they get in, they tell other people, they're like, hey man, I'm getting into this guy's at KOL, he's in, he likes it, and he's going to keep shilling it, you know, and then they tell more people. That's what's always happening, you know. Might even happen with me or anything else. That's naturally just what humans do. Okay, so it's got nothing to do. The KOL might just keep doing the thing. You know, it's the people around. So everyone wants to make money. Then you form what we see, the crowd. But yeah, so just that quote here from here, right? His thoughts on diversification. That's Gainzy. So pretty much, friends, as well. Some truth in that. So that's why Gainzy's like, look, man, he goes, just don't take advice from anybody who's washed. Whereas you'll see that right now. I'll guarantee there's a lot of things going through your head. There are people who did really well in 2021. They have absolutely zero idea what's going on in crypto now. Zero. Their calls are shit. All their coins are down bad. A lot of stuff here, or even if they're trading, getting destroyed. A lot of people getting big KOL numbers, getting destroyed here, friends. They've just lost the edge. They've literally lost the edge. The market's changed without them. They don't understand meme coin super cycle or anything out here. They don't understand stablecoin super cycle. They don't know how to buy low or do anything like that because they were around in a different time. Right, you also see them reminisce about 2017. A lot of them will say, but at least back in 2021, companies looked legit, like they were actually going to do something. Now it's just all full grifts and scams and stuff out here. So have you noticed what they say? And I always chime in and I say, bro, everything was a scam from day one, dude. It's just that you got attracted to the XRP, Ripple, white collar tie, a person saying we're going to build something as a white paper. You got attracted to that, okay? But people can now see through that. So you think that was legit, bro, and they all go down. That's why it comes down to memes, culture, religion, sense. So it's funny. People think we're devolving. No, we are evolving. Problem is, right, we have an oversupply of tokens. So people have evolved as well in that regard, sadly. They go, hey, instead of me trying to like shill someone else's bags, let's go make our own token and then people can shill our bags. And too many people basically, you know that saying, friends, too many chiefs and not enough Indians. That's what's pretty much been happening in cryptocurrency land. Let's continue with some cracker news. GameStop GME stock has dropped 22%. So they announced a 2.25 billion raise to fund the Bitcoin Treasury, Treasury strategy. That's like MicroStrategy, you know, the Bitcoin Treasury bubble. Their stock dropped 22%. So I don't know if it's because of, this Israel-Palestine stuff, but, Israel-Iran, but it could be a bit of warning shots about the Bitcoin Treasury bubble. As in, you guys, it's been going on a long time, right? MicroStrategy has been pumping a long time, and these might be the end of them. So they'll keep doing it, but they probably won't get as much premium for their stock anymore. Okay, that's probably what what we'll probably start to see. Just like how GBTC, the grayscale Bitcoin premium, was dead by January of 2021, and then the whole bull market went for another 12 months. So, we might see like these things, like they're not starting to get a premium as much anymore, and then these companies maybe slow down, and then maybe the raisings become negative and stuff out here. We'll see. Anthony Pompliano, friends. So this is Anthony Pompliano. There he is. He's leading a $750 million raise for an investment firm. They want to do that to buy Bitcoin. Now, why is he doing that? Well, Pomp, friends, back in many, many years ago, I forgot, maybe his net worth was 30 to 50 million back then, something huge. I think he has a successful father. I forgot. I think he's a Wall Street. I think he had some big connections there. I think he said he did 50-50. He put 50% of his money in Bitcoin, 50% traditional finance. He goes, well, one of them's going to do well. And the Bitcoin part worked, right? But now it's interesting. Because he's doing money raising, he's doing the VC style route. So Bitcoin maxis, you got to remember, friends, now they're going to start to pretty much show a bit of hypocrisy because they hate altcoins. They say just buy Bitcoin because stocks are Ponzi's. You don't own any of them. Decentralization. That's what the mantra they keep saying. But now there are guys coming out connected to VCs and companies and stocks. And now they're like, oh, we're going to buy Bitcoin. We're not going to buy any altcoin, but we're going to raise the money here and it's tied to our stock. But it's the same scam, bro. It's just your altcoin is that company's stock. It's not actually called an altcoin. It just has a different label, but it's the same shit. It's literally the same thing. It's ownership of a thing over there that just isn't Bitcoin. So we're going to see more of this stuff come out, and then there's probably going to be some euphoria burst later on. London tech firm, the Smarter Web company, buys 74 Bitcoin for its treasury, boosting total holdings 240 BTC. I also want to show you this as well, friends. To add, a Japanese publicly traded firm, Remix Point, added another 56 BTC. Their total holdings are now around 1,038. So we're starting to see more companies around the world still getting excited. Bitcoin treasury bubble, they're adding and adding cash flow into it. I hope, yes, we do really see this big mania when they all come in. Like, someone's going to take it too far, and we'll know. We'll see when we get there. SharpLink, remember SharpLink Gaming, they are the MicroStrategy of Ethereum. So they just bought 176,000 Ethereums for $460 million. Now they're a top public Ethereum holder. They actually now have more Ethereum than the Pulse Chain stack now. 95% of their holdings are actually stake. Let's go check it. So Ethereum Strategic Reserve. I think that was it. The Strategic Ethereum Reserve. See, SER. Sir. That's what they say. Sir. So here we are. This is it right now, friends. The Ethereum Foundation, they're dumpers, right? Here we have SharpLink. And we have Pulse Chain stack. Pretty cool. That's all up here, right? Pretty cool. Friends, you know this is wild, right? You know Golem Foundation. You know, they did an ICO in 2017. They raised something ridiculous. Like, I forgot how much, probably 130,000 Ethereum. And they just literally, the coins literally just done nothing for like 8 or 9 years. I got no idea what they've been doing over there. Let's go see Golem. I was never around in 2017, but when I heard this, let's go Golem, GLM. Let's see if they're still here. Oh, they migrated. So there's been literally, here they are. They've just been doing the same price. Wow, bro. They've been literally doing nothing since 2016. They're 1.5 cents. Okay, they're up here. So they migrated to GLM. Let's see if they actually have it. New token here. Oh, no, this is the new token. Okay, Golem. So this chart is the full chart. So they can't hide it here. So yeah, here it is. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they're doing. They could be staking and just paying themselves dividend yield. That's the tough part, man. That would be the worst case for Pulse Chain, where 8 years later it's still not spent and the price hasn't moved anywhere. That would be the worst case. I don't think that's going to happen though, because Golem, do you even have its chain? It's not relevant. But yeah, that's just being completely transparent with you. Some cool news, friends. Bybit now offer CFD trading on stocks, gold, and Forex using USDT. So now you can lose money on other products too. Having some fun here. Obviously, I would love to trade stocks. You can already trade gold on Hyperliquid. You can trade Pax Gold, PAXG. You can. Forex will be cool as well. And then you have the currencies. But I don't say me being cool as in there's any opportunity, friends. I've got videos and stuff coming for you later on. But yeah, if you're just curious, monthly returns, okay? The best long term. So when we talk about trading, friends, I don't care about what someone's done in a year or two. I don't give a shit, because that's just literally like, we're gonna crush them anyway. If I make 10x in an altcoin, I'm like, hey bro, I made 1,000% returns. See ya. I'm the best in the world. No. Okay. When we look at trading returns, we'll take a 10-year plus view. The best in the world, like the world, not country, the world, the best in the world, okay? If you are making, so Warren Buffett did 20% per year. Stanley Druckenmiller did 30% per year. Never had a down year of his 30-year career, okay? So if you can make literally, If you're 20%, you're already elite, super elite, 20% per year. If you can do that for 10 years, because you're outperforming the stock market, right? Literally no hedge fund can do that for 10 years, yeah. They have these periods of 5 years where they do, some do, and then the next 5 years, they're back to mean reversion, right? So if you can literally get 30% per year, you are elite. 30% per year, friends, is between 2 to 3% per month. 2 to 3%. So literally, imagine you put 10 grand in. Let's say you had $10,000 in. Yeah. If you can consistently make 3% per month, you're doing amazing. Yeah, that's $300 per month. Okay, but you might say, oh, but you might double your account in 1 month. Yeah, but you have a huge chance of blowing out. That's why we're taking a 10-year view. That's why a lot of people. That's what ends up happening, friends. What you actually see is this is very common, right? You'll hear of a story, because I saw it in the prop trading firms and stuff all the time. So someone like they have 50 grand in the account, whatever. Okay, and they turn it to like after like a year and a half, now it's like 450K. Yeah, and you're like, because when you hear about it, it's like at their peak. But you don't know that. Then in like the next 2 years, right, their 450 is like they'll make an extra 100, then they'll lose 50, then they'll make another 100, then they'll lose 50, right? So then you're like, oh, because they did a huge acceleration. So what it would look like is you'll see them on a chart like this, okay? You'll see their growth rate. So they have 50 and then like it looks like huge like this. But then what ends up happening is they do that. They literally do that. And what ends up happening is like, remember, this is like a mean reversion because, their strategy has to change. The markets change from up and down. Maybe they lose a bit of discipline stuff out here, and these are the good ones as well. And then they eventually have to continue up. But it's very, very super rare to find someone who's constantly crushing it. And then what ends up happening is over time, their returns become less in terms of percentages. You're like, oh, but you tripled your account in 1 year. Can't you just go triple it again? And the answer is no. And then you see there's a lot of luck and just circumstances that pretty much help that. Meanwhile, a 5 to 10 year period passes and you could have been just DCA buying spot crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, whatever it is, and doing tremendously well. And by the way, remember, you don't even need to put in the effort. These people, like when we're trading fans, we literally have to see, am I going to get destroyed today? Every day, you're like, it's literally, you're constantly going to war. Like, just imagine this life, bro. You just literally just teleport, go on a holiday, come back later. So it's just so much better to do that. But yeah, Bybit offering it, CFDs on stocks. It's also going to change. I might make another video. On this later. It's going to, friends, a lot of the stock market dudes, you guys, they're going to get freaking destroyed with their edge over the next 5 years because a lot of them, their whole edge, I'm not making this up. Most people, strategies, indicators, most people in the stock market, all their edge is trading the first 2 hours because all the volume comes in. Well, if crypto allows 24/7 trading and all these bots and algorithms and everything out here has liquidity throughout the day sparse, which is sparsing out, you don't get your volume spike on the 2 hours of the open. Because people don't want to sell Tesla at like 8 a.m. in America. They start selling it at 2:30 a.m. They call it the pre-market. But once more people start doing that, there's going to be events and then everyone's going to start to do stuff like that. And then basically you're going to get sporadic random volume movements just like crypto. Which is then basically it's going to be a whole new game. Which is going to be very exciting for us because it means crypto's market cap gets bigger. There's 24/7 access to liquidity and everything in the world. It'd be great. Polkadot community is split on the proposal to convert 500,000 DOT into Bitcoin via a DCA strategy. So it's interesting. Polkadot trying to stay relevant, not relevant. Spent a lot of money. They're paying the wrong people like Crapo and Artizor. Those just as scammers. They're paying them from the Bitcoin Treasury. Not Crapo, but there's the Artizor. There's that unit. There's like 15 of the same accounts just getting paid by Polkadot Treasury getting rinsed. Polkadot, I don't know what they're going to do to get relevance. They're just, it's just, I don't know, man. Like you gotta do something, man. You gotta do something. Trump's media SEC registration for its Bitcoin Treasury is officially effective. That's awesome. And
pDAI to $1, bro.
Whoa.
pDAI to $1. pDong to $1.
How freaking good is AI, bro? Man, so whoever made this, was it you, Mr. Pony Picture? Whoever made this, right, please give yourself, grab your right hand, and then pat yourself on the back. That's me touching you, okay? in a very family-friendly way. Dude, AI did this.
พี่ได้ถูก$1 bro พี่ได้ถูก$1พี่ต้องถูก$1พี่ได้
That's wild, man. Like, dude, we're getting too good at this. These indistinguishable. We can literally be fully blue pill state controlled. That's wild. I might cover this again, friends, just to show you, but these are the ETFs coming for altcoins. And on the far right, look at the odds of approval. See how they're 90%, 90%. So check this out, friends. They want to do the basket. Okay, they want to do the basket of ETF. So that's what I'll probably do, where they include a lot of things in one. And then eventually you get Litecoin. Like, bro, why is Litecoin getting away? It's literally a bunch of dudes in suits got Litecoin bags. No one's using it. No one gives a shit about it. LTC, BTC ratio is dead. Charlie Lee dumped. But whatever. It's because it's the oldest. But how old, dude? You know, how old are you really? Like, who cares? Oh, Litecoin's been around since 2013. No one gives a shit, bro. You're 12 years old. You know, XRP's been around, same too. You know what I mean? So you have Solana ETF, XRP ETF, Doge, Cardano, Polkadot, HBAR, Avalanche, PUI. Friends, the fact that PUI is even on this list is an abomination, but also makes me bullish. Bro, PUI is literally essential. Bro, you literally just got hacked and you just paused the freaking, you literally just stopped doing the signatures or whatever for the hacker thing. So like, why do they have a ETF? But you know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you to my friend, Mr. Hex Jam Hex as well. It is what it is. Beautiful, beautiful tune. It's over. It's over. It's over. It is what it is. We're back. That is pretty much what it feels like over and over and over again, friends. So where to from here? Maybe we get some more skits action. BTC maybe goes 100K, Poke 95. Maybe just, you know, but we'll see. Okay, we'll see how it goes out. Maybe we play out the rest of June. And then, yes, looking forward to, man, we're just waiting for this month. Now it's here. Now we get the World War III FUD. Whatever. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.